Deceit is a wound that bleeds in silence. The world has learned to smile while lying, to promise without meaning, to build trust only to use it as a weapon. Every day, countless promises are made, not as vows of sincerity, but as subtle traps of manipulation. And the most painful part is not that someone lied to you, but that they used your faith to shape their deceit. In the Dhammapada, verse 306, the Buddha warns, "He who speaks falsehood goes to hell. He who, having done or not done a thing, says, 'I did not do,' it joins the company of those who go there." Yet this culture of deceit thrives because people have learned to wear masks so well that even they forget who they truly are beneath them. You begin to see how easy it is to promise something: love, loyalty, change, while secretly planning to break it the moment it loses usefulness. Such promises are not acts of kindness, but instruments of control. The Anguttara Nikaya, Book of Force, Sutta 183, reminds that truth is the foundation of all virtues, and when truth decays, so too does the heart that speaks it. But still, society rewards clever speech more than honest silence, and manipulation more than integrity. How strange that truth has become a threat to those who live in deceit. A person skilled in manipulation studies your hopes, your fears, your longing for reassurance, and then molds words to touch those exact places. They promise what they never intend to give. They smile when they plan betrayal. And when the truth comes, they claim innocence, hiding behind their clever tongue. The Buddha, in the Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta 61, taught his son, Rahula, that a lie, even in jest, stains the mind like soot upon white cloth. He said, "Rahula, when one is not ashamed of deliberate lying, there is no evil that one would not do." That is the hidden warning. Deceit is not merely the act of lying. It is the erosion of conscience itself. Once the heart accepts manipulation as normal, compassion dies quietly inside. Look around, and you will see it everywhere. In politics, where promises are tools for power. In relationships, where words become currency to buy trust. In workplaces, where false flattery disguises silent rivalry. This is not just a moral failure. It is a spiritual blindness. The Lotus Sutra teaches that false speech closes the door to the Dharma. Every untrue word you utter builds a wall between you and awakening. Deceit may achieve short-term advantage, but it always leaves a trace, a karmic scent that clings to the deceiver. What is hidden cannot remain hidden forever. Karma does not forget. It waits in stillness. Like a seed buried in soil, deceit grows quietly in the dark until its roots pierce the heart of the one who planted it. You cannot deceive without also deceiving yourself. The more you pretend, the more you lose the ability to recognize truth within. That is the tragedy of manipulation. It poisons the liar before it harms the lied to. The Lankavatara Sutra reveals, mind, deluded by its own projections, mistakes illusion for reality. When deceit becomes habitual, illusion becomes identity. You start to live in the lies you create, and the distance between you and your true self widens until you no longer remember which version of you is real. The ancient Zen master Linji once said, "When you meet a liar, see him as a teacher. He shows you the cost of forgetting the way." Indeed, deceit is a mirror. It forces you to examine your own truthfulness. Have you ever promised something you didn't mean, simply to avoid discomfort or gain approval? That subtle moment is where deceit begins. Not in great betrayals, but in the small compromises of honesty. Buddha called this moha, delusion, a fog that makes the false seem harmless. But each small lie feeds the next until the heart becomes numb to truth. The fire sermon, Adittapariyaya Sutta, warns that the world is burning with the fire of greed, hatred, and delusion. Deceit is their smoke, suffocating clarity and compassion alike. So how do you live truthfully in a culture of manipulation? You begin with awareness, to see the temptation to lie, to manipulate, to embellish, and to pause before the first word leaves your lips. Truth is not always comfortable, but it is clean. When you speak truthfully, your words carry the fragrance of freedom. When you promise, mean it. And when you cannot, be silent. In the Sutra of 42 sections, the Buddha said, "The wise person guards his speech as a fortress guards its gate. Every promise is sacred, every word a reflection of your inner world. To speak deceitfully is to distort reality. To speak truthfully is to align with the Dharma." There is no greater practice of mindfulness than being honest, completely, courageously, tenderly honest. Deceit may appear clever, but truth endures longer than any scheme. Remember this: those who manipulate may win the moment, but those who keep truth dwell beyond time. Let this be your meditation, to cleanse the tongue of deception, to speak words that heal rather than bind, and to promise only when your heart can uphold it. For when your speech becomes pure, your mind follows. And when your mind becomes pure, the world around you changes. The Heart Sutra concludes with the phrase, Gate, Gate, Pahrah Gate, Pahrah Samgate, Bodhi Swaha. The call to go beyond. To go beyond deceit is to return to clarity, to sincerity, to the original light within you. In a world that thrives on manipulation, truth is the most radical act of compassion. And if you wish to continue cultivating mindfulness and wisdom, please subscribe and walk together with our community as we explore profound reflections on the Dharma. Each modern discourse will be a step bringing you closer to the truth. May you always be peaceful, clear-minded, and pure on your path of awakening. Farewell, and see you again